Hey there, Internet friends. Trevor Starkey here with another episode of AC Discovery, my weekly Saturday show where I sit down and talk about anime and or comics. Today I'm going to continue through my watch-through of My Hero Academia with episodes 3 and 4, which are Roaring Muscles and Start Line. So when we last left off, All Might basically told our hero Izuku, yes, you can be a hero. Even though you don't have a quirk, you can be a hero. And we pick up basically right there, and All Might spends the majority of this first episode, Roaring Muscles, training Izuku. He puts him on a 10-month training plan to get him ready for the hero entrance exams, and basically we get half of the episode as a montage. All Might basically takes Izuku under his wing and says, I can bestow my power onto you, that's my quirk, but your body has to be ready for it, otherwise it's going to tear your limbs apart, basically. So he trains Izuku for 10 months. They kind of basically work cleaning up a dump thing on a beach, I guess, and so it's Izuku, like, moving tires and pushing things and clearing out this beach, cleaning it up, and that's another element of, like, to be a hero, it's not always fighting villains. Some of it is, like, cleanup work, like this. And so, basically we see little snippets of that montage over the course of the 10 months. And then at the end of the montage, Zuko is ripped. He's, like, shredded. So good on him for that little 10-month workout plan. It very much reminds me of a book that I spent like half an hour trying to track down and find, that I read from, like, probably in middle school or something like that, maybe even elementary school. There's this book about this kid who basically was super klutzy, and he made this bet over one summer that he would go the entire summer without, like, hurting himself. And I don't even remember what the prize was, but, like, that was his plan. And he ends up kind of going on his own little, like, exercise regimen. And then the bully that I think he made the bet with ends up kind of egging him on. He chases this guy through yards and stuff. And he ends up, like, trying to throw a punch at the guy through, like, a screen door or something like that, and cuts his arm. So he ends up losing the bet, but he doesn't even realize it because of how buff he himself has got in his little, like, summer long exercise regimen. And the only other thing I remember about it was that, like, there was, like, the cute girl that everybody liked, and they would try and like, she would sunbathe basically topless or something like that, and they would try and get her to, like, sit up basically so they could see her boobs, and nothing worked. They could never get it to do it, but him, like, running and chasing this bully down or something like that finally got her to do it, and so, like, he was a legend as a result of all this thing. So I thought it was a Judy Blume book, could not find it anywhere as I was trying to look it up, because this is, like, what that reminded me of. This, that story of, like, guy going from zero to hero, like, through hard work and stuff like that, but doesn't even realize that he's kind of undergone this transformation. Anyway, also in this episode we kind of get what the practical component of the exam will be. Basically all the prospective students are going to go into, like, a simulated city area, and then mechanical villain bots are going to attack them, and they're going to be, the kids have to take them down, and they're worth a certain level of points. There's a 1-point bot, a 2-point bot, a 3-point bot, and then this, like, mysterious fourth monster that's just, like, it's a 0-point bot, it's just an obstacle, and so basically it's like, hey, get a lot of points. They make mention to it a couple times. It's like a video game, and so that's what we're going to see in the next episode. Also in this episode you have Izuku meeting this girl who, he trips, and she's very nice and catches him, and she can basically, like, float things, and then she says release, and that's when they drop. So that's her quirk. And she's very nice, and then he freaks out that he talked to a girl even though he didn't actually talk to her. She talked to him. So then in the next episode, Start Line, we pick up basically right at the beginning of the challenge, and Izuku goes in, and he's already, like, behind everybody, kind of gets a head start on him. The first monster that he comes across, he freezes, and some belly button laser boy shoots the robot, and Izuku kind of goes from bot to bot, but everything's already been destroyed. He's got 0 points, and then they unleash the big obstacle bot that isn't worth any points, but it's like the size of the buildings around them, and it starts wreaking havoc on the arena, basically, and it ends up trapping the girl that helped him out before the match and everything, and so he sees her there, and very much like when he went and saved his like childhood rival friend thing, he's kind of spurred into action. He runs towards it as everybody else is running away from this thing, and that's when his like power from All Might, which he got by eating hair, that's when it kicks into effect, and he like jumps at it and punches the thing, and it goes kabloom, and then he starts freaking out because like his body wasn't ready for it, and he starts flying and falling to the ground and whatnot, and his arms busted up, his legs are busted up from presumably like the super jumps, and he's basically like, well, I'm gonna die unless I can do like the punch that like made the wind cyclone that All Might had. And so he goes to try that, but the girl has freed herself, and she like taps him right before he hits the ground and hovers him and saves him. And then time runs out, and Zuko has gotten 0 points, so he goes home dejected, is worried, basically figures he failed the test, he isn't gonna pass. And then we get the acceptance letter hologram thing from All Might, basically saying, we also judge on rescue points, and because you rescued her and then she rescued him, both of you guys get in. And it's a very nice little, of course, you know, there was going to be some kind of points awarded to him for, you know, standing up in the face of, you know, such overwhelming danger to save one of his allies. So he's in, he's excited, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. So those are my takeaways from these 2 episodes of My Hero Academia. Let me know what you think of them in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Trevor Starkey from TrevorTrove.com. You can follow me at SnarkyStarkey on Twitter. And until next time, from here at the Trove, treasure your friends.